Hey y'all, welcome back to Plowboy's Ghost Channel. I'm your host Plowboy. You might remember, if you've been paying attention and following my channel for the last couple of years or so, that I'm kind of become a fan of 41 Magnum. Just a little. Might also remember recently that when Smith & Wesson reintroduced the 629 mountain gun, 44 Magnum, and a 357 Magnum mountain gun. Y'all gonna get some authentic rain sounds today too. Every day, man. Deluge every day. And it ain't stopping no time soon. But I mentioned that I really wanted, and I've talked about this a few times on videos, how much I want Smith & Wesson to come back out with a 657 mountain gun, which would be a stainless 41 Magnum. Well, y'all, I didn't wait. That's right. If you will, maybe you can see here on the side of it, she says mountain gun. On the other side of it, it says 41 Magnum. Let me take these off so I can see my phone screen. I went and did it. For the Karens out there that might be afraid I'm going to shoot myself, or even better, shoot y'all on the other side of the camera, I will show you that it's unloaded. This gun I called today to Smith & Wesson customer service, and they told me that this gun shipped in July of 2000. So next month, this gun is 25 years old. I had previously seen that Smith & Wesson only made these for a couple of years. It's obviously not the truth, because this 2000 wasn't in those couple of years. As you can tell, this is a frame-mounted firing pin gun. It don't have the hammer mounted. It's got MIM trigger in it. I don't care one bit about that. That don't bother me at all. And she's got no lock for those who find that sort of thing really important. Doesn't matter much to me either way, but hey, if I can get it without it, that's the way I want it. Y'all look at the how thin that barrel is. I love the tapered barrel on that gun. I've been toting the Taurus Model 415 for a good while now, which is the 2.5 inch 5-shot 41 Magnum. There's only one thing that I don't like about that gun, and that is that it is ported. I do not want a ported gun ever if I can have the option of not having it. As far as I know, Taurus never offered that gun without porting, and that was the only way I could get it. I grabbed that gun. I've still got that gun. I'm still going to carry that gun. Y'all, I let go of the 4-inch Model 57 I had back for a good while, and I've owned a couple of times. I let go of it on a trade for that Ruger Alaskan 480 that I've showed you in the last month or two. And my reasoning to that came down to, I had a stainless Taurus 415, so there was my daily carry 41 Magnum without having to worry about doing harm to the blue finish of a no-dash Model 57, which already had blue and wear on it, but it still looked good. And every time I carried that gun, I was thought, I'm going to make that gun worse and worse until it needs refinished, and then it won't be original. And not that it matters a whole lot, but I don't know. I just didn't want to do it that way. So I let go of that. I got that 480, and I'd had a chance. I'm telling you the story on this gun now, y'all. Stick with me if it's sort of thing's important to you. If it's not, I understand. I had a chance to trade right after I got that Ruger Alaskan 480. A feller that I traded with a couple of times, private individual, he contacted me. And he showed me a picture of this, and I recognized it as a mountain gun immediately. I said, tell me that's not a 657 mountain gun 41 Magnum. And he sent me a picture of the side of the barrel where it said 41 Magnum, and I want that gun. He wanted to trade me for that 480 Alaskan. Even offered me $50 boot. And I wanted this gun bad, and I heartached over it for a few days, strung him along, and I finally just told him, look, I want that gun, but I don't want to let go of that 480. I was starting something new with it, and I wanted to continue along that way too. And I was hoping that Smith & Wesson would come out with a new 41. mountain gun and that I would get one when they did. Well, fast forward to, over the time since then, I've thought about it almost every day. I've thought about this gun. Felt like it was the one I let get away. I contacted him a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was, and I said, "You still got that 41 mag mountain gun?" And he said, and I quote, "Nope, my brother bought it." Okay. The gun was still on my mind. So I thought about it. And even as recently as 2 or 3 days ago, I was thinking, I'll contact him and see if his brother wants to trade for something else I've got. Because I still wanted this gun. But I didn't do it. Long story, short as possible. At this point, it's a little too late, ain't it? I walked into a pawn shop up in Muscle Shoals a couple of days ago. There sat that gun. Now, what I told the feller behind the counter was, I said, "Let me look at that." And I said, "I know where this gun come from." I said, "I've actually wanted this gun for a month or two." I said, "I would like to have it now." And he confirmed that the person who had it, that was trying to trade me it, told me he sold it to his brother, was the one who brought it in. So I messaged him later. I said, "Hey, I met your brother today." He said, "What brother?" I said, "Yeah, the one at the pawn shop." So anyhow, I uh, I made another deal with a buddy on another channel, Stephen M. Man, and for a different gun, we got a deal going on a different gun of mine that he wanted, and I couldn't just let that go. So came with a partial box of ammunition, some older PMC, which I didn't bring out here in a red and white box, older stuff that seems pretty hot actually. Uh, and it came with a decent leather holster and a belt, which of course the belt don't fit me because I've had too many beers and I ain't about to quit that. But y'all, that gun right there has been on my mind for a month or two, let's say a couple of months. It was the gun I thought had got away from me, and I really wanted that. Now, I don't. I've told y'all I got out of 44 Magnum, so I don't care about the 44 Magnum mountain gun. I did hold one of the brand new 44 Mag mountain guns the other day, and one of the 357 mountain guns the other day, and I'm here to tell you, I want that grip that comes on that 44 Mag on this, the one that Bobby Tyler Gunworks does. I don't. I hate to try to buy that grip off of him for this gun, but it felt so nice in the hand. That wood stocks did. That wood grip. It felt so nice in the hand that I really want it. Give me just a second. Nope. Never mind. Gravity's going to take over. Kitten's getting down. Gravity works. It's a law. Anyway, I'd like to have those grips. That's a really nice grip that's on that gun. We'll see if I get to do that in the future. I've got a couple of things to take care of first. The 44 Mag, I don't care nothing about anymore. But I am tempted. I had seen at a gun show not long back a 45 Colt mountain gun, and it was reasonable. I say reasonable, it was still over a grand, but it was less than 13. And I might want one of those too in the future. We'll just have to see. But that right there, of course, it's unimported. Got a pinned in front sight, which my 4-inch Model 57 didn't have. So I can put a whatever front sight I want on it. I tell you what I want on it. That's also another thing that's nice on those new mountain guns is that brass bead or gold bead front sight. I want that. So get that and put that on here. That's definitely going to happen, and I don't know if I can afford his grip anytime soon, but we might make that happen too. Y'all shot this gun yesterday. Our youngest boy is home on leave, which his leave ends very, very shortly. He's home on leave between A school, he's mastered arms in the Navy, and his first duty station. And he and I finally we braved the mud. We didn't carry no camera, but did a little bit on the phone, but not much. It's just for us. And he shot this several times. He liked this. Handed him a 480. He wasn't as crazy about the 400 grains out of that 480, but he shot it well. And this gun, it's sighted in. I didn't have to do, with my hand load, one of my hand loads, and with that PMC. it hit where I was aiming. So I'm happy about that. That is, it's actually, it feels lighter than I remember an end frame feeling. It really does. And I know that the taking the material off that barrel to get it tapered down, I don't think that did that much for the weight. It probably did a few ounces, maybe, something like that. Just a guess. But that really made a difference. Or something made a difference. This gun feels lighter and more handy to me than what I remember. 41 mag and mountain gun. Trying to find me a thumbnail, y'all. Yeah, can I hold y'all up anymore? I don't know. I'm excited. I got a 41 mag mountain gun, and it's a 657, so she's stainless, 657-4. And when I went to the pawn shop and first saw it the day before. What day was it? Monday. This gun had, or was it Tuesday? Hell, I don't remember what day it was. The day that I saw this gun, the day before I went back and got it, when I picked it up, and oh, the trigger was way too light, and I could actually hear like springing sounds in there, and I was like, I told him, I said, man, this gun's messed up. I said, there ain't no way that gun's going to fire. I said, it ain't got enough force to it. And he was like, oh, no, if I'd have been a dishonest person, I could have said, oh, it's messed up. I'll fix it, but I'm not going to give as much money for it. I said, you got a flathead screwdriver pack? And he went back there and got it. I said, I'll fix it for you. All it was taking off the grip and the mainspring strain screw. The drunk test passed again. Mainspring strain screw was bad loose on it. Tightened that up, it ran perfect. Now, it's great. So, y'all, there is a 41 Magnum mountain gun on the Plowboy plantation. I should say my wife's plantation. And I appreciate y'all watching. We'll talk to you later. We'll shoot it on camera soon.